like the bigger man, you just walk away.
No, you walk away.
You're a walk away guy.
Yeah.
KRX in defense, full
Hopefully
sense on
is not
attack.
that nice.
There's 1-1 on the
hopefully,
pistols
I mean,
at the moment.
with revenge on their minds, who knows what could happen. Maybe they get a little bit too lost in the sauce, perhaps. Onto the attacking side.
At least I see a double cipher. I don't mind a double cipher.
Yeah, actually. It's fast defensive
strong camera.
rotations. It's also 4 multiple lanes of attack, and that's where Leviathan is right now.
Cage up.
In fact, he insta-cages up, they kind of get the info. It's a 4-1.
And that pulls the attention away. 4 from Full Sense, on the other hand, on towards A site.
Yeah, there is a trip up there on A, so it can't be a quick entry.
Yeah, I mean, this is nice.
Gone down as well.
KRX kind of reacted very well here.
For the moment. And Kahlua,
And they read the situation well.
to find himself a duel, will just have to back it up. Primi in the end is the first one to draw some blood here for Full Sense, but the forces are falling one by one. Cruz eventually gets that plant down. I don't know though, there's not that much room to play this post plant from for Full Sense. Doors opened up.
Good timing on the molly.
Be watching that. Molly will slow things down. Do have Primi on the site, but very low. KRX just going to set themselves and go.
I like how Full Sense played this. I still think they're going to lose, but I like how they played it.
Pretty one-dimensional.
Try to play for time, maybe?
They are certainly doing a pretty good job of that, and so far, only the one player dropping in this post plant. Kahlua chiming back in with a couple now.
Dude, how is he doing that?
Kahlua popping
Oh, he swung.
off.
Time?
Doesn't quite have enough for the kills,
No time on that. Dude, nicely done on sight here. Killua, what the hell?
Defuse.
Dude, I really like how they played
Full
this.
Sense will win the pistol.
Way too close.
They delayed so long, and then they didn't insta-react over towards sight, and then they went over towards sight to use Fade Eye.
This one, you know,
Like, they came up with a plan the whole time.
4-1 split. Taking a lot of damage, clearly, but also recognizing that, yeah, we've got Sense smoked off. They're more than likely to come back through door. Let's set up the molly there. And that's unfortunately how KRX starts.
If he doesn't touch the camera there, does he have
And
it?
somehow Killua being able to save the day as well with all those multi-kills.
What was the time on the
Affords
diffuser?
him a full Vandal on
He still didn't have it, right?
round where KRX decides to get a little bit more proactive outside.
1.2? Oh, okay, no way.
A little bit quieter on map 1. All the attention going the way of Primi and Jip Boys.
Nah,
And typically
it wasn't. He didn't mess him up that much.
This time, obviously, changing around for map 2. A little bit of recovery.
Together,
to be
boys,
done
what we doing out here?
Does just have to back up. Smoke causing a little bit of trouble. KRX quite keen to push this one forward.
Another
They
kill
walk
trip.
right into the trip. So that'll be an easy
Kill
pickup
trips, man. They're coming
for
back.
Cruz. Gunman 1 for 1. Not enough to really trouble the scorers just yet. There's a couple of guns being lost by Full Sense, but not the end of the world. Can reinvest in a couple of upgrades in the next round, assuming they keep these 3 alive. I think they'll be pretty happy with how things have played out, and that will be secured.
KRX, yeah, they didn't react. They didn't react properly to the molly at door.
Just Primi and Cruz that are going to have to reinvest.
Yeah, I think the only
What should have
major
happened?
loss
You're talking about the
was
pistol,
that
right?
one
Molly at door
bulldog.
should be happening. Then as soon as they see the molly at door, they should be insta sending at sight. Because then they don't have the delay, which means that they just have to face, and that's kind of what you want anyway. They could have left one at door if they wanted to lock it.
Way too many targets.
I can kind of understand why he's taking ego duels though. Like he was.
Yeah, he's that guy.
You wanted them to push before the molly?
Last map, so when it's flowing, when you're confident, definitely play that style.
Can be a double-edged sword.
Ramax with the prime. Appreciate the 3 months.
We're back over on towards.
I would just prefer the reactions to be. Oops. I would just prefer the reactions to be good.
Yeah. Not the end of the world. Leviathan tagged down to 60, but still healthy enough to have an impact on this round. Nade will just slow down the progression of Full Sense somewhat.
And that's what Big Time was talking about. A lot of orbs all across this map, and that's what Full Sense can farm up on as well. Cyphers have to get a little bit more proactive, especially with the cameras, just to try to spot out where your opponents could be. So Cam planted in towards Dish. KRX has their own towards Tree, but Full Sense otherwise playing all around the zip lines. They'll just regroup rendezvous all the way over towards A main and try to maybe find some kind of entry from
Cruz calls for the 1 pass and fake over towards B. Not even. What did he do? Jump spot close?
Not ideal. 1, 2. Well,
Nice
it shouldn't have been good, but
it was an overheat as well. Very nice.
Spacing not too great there for Full Sense. They just take a couple of individual duels and freeing puts them to bed. Good night.
That's always the thing about this map. You trying to want to go for a silent approach, and that's where you get spotted out.
plan B for Full Sense is
Young
walking their way
permanently
through
out?
sand, which with 15
We don't really
seconds on the
know.
clock
Are you ever
doesn't really feel like
permanently
the
on
percentage play
DRX?
to me. That is though going to go back their way. They've not really got time to do anything though, so it'll be a save.
Wow. Just taking the fall
Mako,
line. Stun
that's
you,
true, Mako
dare
is.
you. And they're still able to take down 2
Mako's
players.
safe.
I think that's what's always
Yemen's
difficult
pretty
about this
safe,
map.
I would say.
KRX, quite confident with how they're playing as well. Talk about floors and ceilings, and Full Sense were the ones to suffer our most recent loss against RQ, while KRX, having their own performances with it as well. But
I would have hoped that you know when they kind of grouped up here, and so it looked like they had a plan, right? Where they both took the ropes over towards here, and they were like 5-person grouping up. But then there wasn't really a plan. We did one jump peek here, and then grouped up, and then just contacted. I'd like their plan to be a little better. Like if you're calling 2 over from here, should probably have some kind of set plan.
Well, we haven't really seen a B hit so far. This will be the first attempt for Full Sense, and they are spotted out early by Hermes on that pixel line.
Cruz gets a kill, he gets his ult. If Premi gets a kill, he gets his ult. Cruz picks up the orb to get his ult.
Already quite a bit of space being taken, and a couple of players being pushed back, but Mako gets one on the fade away, and that might just be enough for KRX to be happy. Trip does get activated there by freeing on flank. Awkward timing for Leviathan.
It feels a little weird for Full Sense. Why are they so disattached?
Just not quite coming together for Full Sense.
And then, if you were going to pick up the orb for the Brim, then why are we not making a plan around the orb? Like, if you were just wanted to do this, should you not have just let Phoenix pick up the orb and then Phoenix ult sight so we can go heaven?
We try to get the spike down now, but once that fault line gets sent off,
30 seconds left.
This could be very troublesome for Full Sense. They're stuck on site.
Plan is something at least. We'll see whether or not maybe KIWOOM can pull another rabbit out the hat here with a 3K. That is going to be denied. He has no hat no more.
Okay. I mean, nicely done from KRX, but I think this is back-to-back bad calling from Full Sense. I don't really like their plans in both of these rounds.
Also kind of
the one before 5-man group, they didn't do anything, they just contacted and died. This one, they're one away from multiple ults. It's like they're hitting at the same time they're taking the orb, and then they're not using the ult for the hit. And then 3 of them are gone, 2 of them are holding back because one's taking the orb.
Well, they thought about Hermes for a
I
second.
don't really know.
Yeah.
Don't really know, man.
But Overdrive could, change the game.
It's awful.
But yeah.
If you had 2 big rounds to force you to an eco, this is pretty bad.
Trying to find that launching pad and rush over onto site. But because it's a fade, which, can play counter towards Cypher trips, other than that, it's just a double duelist. It's the Phoenix for flashes and the Neon, which, if Mako is reading the situation correctly, just kind of has a good idea of where they're ending up.
They managed to force into it.
He sprays through those walls every day.
Some light armors.
And that's where you start to find numbers.
Surely they use their ults on this one. They can make a good plan with Fade ult here if they wanted as well.
Connect players, pieces of utility a lot better.
Phoenix ult early. Fade doesn't pick up orb. Phoenix takes heaven.
Yeah, and without Jit Boys, who's just kind of watching over towards A for the moment.
It's a lot of free space though. Spike is so far behind that he's just not even. He's not even with them.
Committed to. I mean, Spike's not in there. So this round is getting
and then they take the space over towards A. Dude, it's a double fake? What the hell?
That will really sell this fake, and
they tried to make it look like a Phoenix fake.
They are
and then they Neon fakes A. Wait, this is pretty cool. Fair play, man.
Jit Boys for 2. He's a one-man
army
on the wrong side of the map. Neural Theft out now just to try to figure out what on earth is going on with this round. Hermes finally gets that info for the team, but it might be too little too late. They've had to rotate their way across.
Yeah, and then they got Brim.
Oh,
Brim ult.
halfway through the defuse.
Well, Len got half though. It is a combo, but that is half, so he's kind of insta got to pop the molly here.
So it goes from bad to worse. And KRX almost certainly going to be losing this round now. Mako would have to pull off a miracle. There's a molly on the spike as well. What could you possibly do?
Very nice. Dude, this was lovely to watch.
Up to 3.
I mean,
maybe that's what FS stands
pre-barrier calls,
for.
Pretty nice.
Could be.
That was very nice.
Or full
we
sense.
went from 2 horrible eye-gelling rounds to 1 lovely round.
But how is this possible, man? I mean, a solo player, solo duelist, goes in off of maybe a little bit more utility to support it, and that's all it took to sell the fake full rotation.
Yeah, but they didn't. The thing is, they didn't put anything into the Phoenix ult.
Fracture after
That's
all,
why
so
it
didn't
works
take
so
them
well,
too
because it just
long.
looks like a
They
bad
stuck
fake with the
around
Phoenix ult.
all that time, and Full Sense just decides to go into B. Next round up, it's another split approach.
Big round for them. They can make KRX go down to an eco, so they gotta use the fade ult onto this one.
Away. Boys unable to progress any further forward now, but this is very much going to be the commitment on.
Well, this is nice, and then he split stands.
Through,
oh, okay, dude. Okay, when they have ults, I'm on board with their plans.
Full Sense figured it out, maybe.
Those are nice.
Been a little bit wishy-washy on the attack, but that last round looked really good, and this one looking better.
Yeah, and KRX have to save on this one.
Potentially.
Cruz heard me? Yeah, I think it's ults, man. It has to be ults.
Early B hits, especially in that previous
Maybe when they're one away from the ult,
KRX
it's not
feels
great,
a little
but
more
when the ults are
comfortable
actually
leading.
here, it's pretty
Kirby's
decent.
zone devices on the B site, have more players out towards A, but with
Might
the
be
way
something he
that
could focus on.
Full Sense are starting to dump more utility in towards areas like Dish, onto site. It just forces KRX to backpedal into uncomfortable positions where they're sitting a little bit more passive, and Full Sense just comes.
Dude, where's his trip gone?
That trip maybe hasn't gone where it's entirely needed, but still the job is done.
Yeah.
Which comp do you prefer here? I prefer the Phoenix. I would play Phoenix Neon on pretty much every map right now.
But
that allows it.
That, Full Sense just still,
which is pretty much all of them.
Quite a conundrum of to think about where they could end up.
At least for the,
I like it.
At least for the next week until Neon gets wrecked.
This attack so far, especially like that fake round from Jip Boys over towards A. I think that really adds an element of confusion to this defense right now for KRX, and they're going to obviously be scrambling as a result of that. So it's conversation time with this timeout.
Yeah, especially with the economy not looking too great for the next few rounds as well. A lot of big ultimates though, and potential, I guess, Rolling Thunder.
Tailman with the tier 1. I appreciate the 15 months. Thank you for that.
These positions. It's again for
how many months of subbing to convince me to watch China? Not happening, man. I'll tell you what though. If the Neon nerf comes in for London,
figuring out how you want to pivot,
it might be in a pretty good spot.
Not go, you know, maybe a bit of aiming control.
Get a little jet meta.
But then again, if Full Sends are kind of
who else is doing it right in China right now?
Wise to the fact that you might be wanting to go for these orbs.
G-Lai went through as well, right?
Through the smokes and surprise you. So it's a very tense match right now. One where played incorrectly, KRX could be looking at an 0-2. You know, full sweep down into the lower bracket. That's not where they want to be.
No, certainly not. Not in a matchup against Nongshim either.
Yeah, not bad, man.
I would like to watch that.
China would love a Neon nerf, I would say.
It's not tomorrow. That's the lower bracket's on Saturday.
You got G-Lai, Raga, doesn't like Neon.
On Saturday.
There we go. All right.
You got Kang, doesn't like Neon.
Full Sets, full 5 in fact, just looking to overwhelm whatever kind of defense KRX might have set up.
As usual, it's the 2-3 split from KRX.
Would you consider giving casting a chance?
Oh,
nah, it's too hard, bro.
Is really good from Marco.
I don't want to get good at casting.
Straight through the smoke, though. Full Sense are not going to be denied an entry into this B site, or at least they're going to try and hope not. Probably for one. Still hasn't got them that control that they need yet. The orbital poised to try to deny the plan here for Marco.
Holy.
He's actually going to use it to try to push
no,
Full Sense
my
forward.
guy.
And that
he
proves
fell
to
on
be a
the
mistake.
rope and then went on the rope as they peeked him.
Now he's alone.
He's a lonely boy. I think they wrote a song about that.
There are so many layers to that.
Cat Nose with the Prime. Appreciate the 9 months.
He's the lone,
thank you so much for that.
I guess KRX alumni who's still on the team, hasn't had a chance to lift up that.
I can't remember the last time I saw KRX use ults and win a round.
RB,
I think if you did a stat,
one at some point.
they maybe win 10% of rounds where they use ults.
I think he's been one of the better performers this season as well for KRX.
Yeah,
I've felt at least.
They're so bad.
Always, an important player for any team, well, for KRX especially. But in this instance, unfortunately, not one that worked out too well. Why? Full sense, again, just pushing into sight. Although he did find the first one, it's progression smoke, so why not check into it right off the right timing? But look at how Primmy's playing
Wasn't
off
that your
of
main
this
issue with
smoke.
their play last time?
Takes
Yeah.
control over closer to spawn.
They just use ults like it's nothing.
And the other rotations would come from. And
that's a 3v4 when he pops that.
Don't get too frazzled into getting the spike down. They're sitting
3v4
in
in the out of
uncomfortable positions and being able to find frags as KRX streams in. Next round up, and now they've got the guns. KRX, we're just swapping sides. It's 1-4, but closer, more onto the B site.
Freeing has spotted quite a bit of info there, though, so we'll be able to back up. Safe for the moment. I suspect Full Sense might try and change the approach.
Holy big stun.
Turn, he gets
Dude, he
two,
did
that
get
is
to it too, though.
Insane timing.
Great recognition.
No, you
Maybe
can't retake
has
this.
cracked open the A site and very quick. The rotate should come through. Spike's dropped though. Hold on a minute.
Nice little jiggle from Mako. That was good from him.
What a mess of a round.
Are you good, Jordan?
I'm not good, actually. Thanks for asking.
Yeah, I could kind of had a feeling. But this is just such a masterclass. You got to imagine by Termi, who called the timeout just a couple of rounds ago.
I'm just an empathetic dude, you know. I'm kind of feeling it for Full Sense right now. That round is shocking.
I'm with you.
In the literal sense of the word.
Yeah.
Inspiring shock. I wonder if Chip Boys can put anything together here, though.
30 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, he should
from
try to do damage.
Seems unlikely, but you never know.
Yeah, I mean, this is a tough crossfire to break.
What's he going to do? Just stun, try steal the spike?
Oh, he's got it.
Yeah, nice.
Hang on, 19 seconds.
It's a shame that this other guy went heaven. It's a nice move from Bane.
No chance. Bane's got it done.
Okay, well,
It's okay.
they have two
They
ults.
still have more to go, Jordan. It's ours.
Should we be worried for them?
3-5.
Early days.
Yes. But again, it's just so masterful how this was played. They knew.
Yeah, the stun
that Full
before this
Sense
swing
would
was
try to
really nice,
pivot
though.
off, back down into
It was
tunnel,
really nice.
off of that instant contact. And that they were so right for it. The fault line just to collide on towards it. Hyunmin pushing all the way out towards tree, and that's just further information for them as well. At that point, they found numbers. And it feels like they can continue off of more plays like that. Another 1-4 split defense for KRX with two focused on towards Dish.
Camera
Full
early.
Sense being a little bit more careful, but this is such a forward position. The breach
Big
can do
punish
so
on
much.
Dish here. You would imagine a Neon can
If
get
the
out.
timing is right. Oh, it might have been whiffed a little bit, though. The timing is just awkward.
Neon, man.
Freeing gets taken down before anything can really occur and gets back out to safety.
Boys.
Yeah, that's a real miss for KRX. It's also going to prompt a push from Full Sense out onto B. Nobody can really see anything, but apparently shots are going to go through onto Hermes anyway.
That's the recon coming in.
3v5. Surely they don't use their ults.
Relying on ultimates and showstopper here.
Please don't use your
Try
ults,
to
guys.
find this retake, but you never know where Full Sense could be positioned. If tree is unchecked, it might not be enough in a 3v5.
Yeah, I'm not sure that you'd really want to rip it in a 3v5, but Full Sense will not even give them the option.
Okay, very nice.
Full Sense proactive.
Looking at this money.
KRX do not
They
have an
might
answer
just go for
it at the
force
moment. The 6-3 scoreline is starting to look a little bit foreboding on map 2.
No. I mean,
What do you think about Genomates releasing their head
First of all,
coach?
Jit Boys.
Feels a little
Who is this
weird,
guy? He's just
to be
getting away
honest,
with
but
everything today, isn't he?
Yeah. Microplays. The fault line was meant to keep him trapped, but he was able to escape with movement, schmovement. Love it. But on towards the B side, though. And that's where, again, the spike is just trapped for
like
KRX.
considering
Full Sense
a
are
kickoff, they probably
happy
had
to play around it, trying to bait them over
the
out
best
into the
macro
open.
understanding out of any team I watched.
Another round where
At least in
starting to approach
EMEA.
from north side.
Feels weird to
KRX
kick the guy that was
lesser
probably most
So
likely
Full Sense
in control of that.
intent on trying to overwhelm just as a full force. They're trying to bait out a little bit more this time. I'm not seeing too much from
But I don't know if
KRX.
it's like
Yeah.
they
So
kicked him
passive,
or
though.
he wants to
They
go
don't get
elsewhere
involved at all.
or something happened in the team.
I hope Freeing has. towards Amy.
Don't really know.
KRX, I think certainly have reason to be passive here, noting the pace that Full Sense have been playing with in a few of these
They keep
rounds.
their
That's a
assistant
really
coach.
nice
Yeah,
move from him as well,
Kundi's
by the way.
great.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
to push Hermes away from that line. Pretty safe. 4 players around the corner.
And Primmy's now one away from running back. Just trying to play so.
He said he was
careful and
surprised.
cautious.
I would be surprised if him. Like, if I got kicked off the
that
show in
they
that
do
kickoff,
have, but
I'd just be laughing,
that's
to
just
be
when he
honest.
gets the back foot. Full Sense is gonna run away
Like,
with
it's
this
for
lead.
sure a bad stage 1,
Not seeing too much.
but
It's again Jit Boys.
they were
and because he's the
very
neon, he could do
they were very
so much to bait out
good with
reactions.
Yoro, and Yoro was a lot of their
exactly what he's
stuff.
gonna try and do. It's the
The
similar
one
approach
pass and
from
fake
Full
again.
Sense this time.
They do give him a
Jit Boys
gun
not able
though,
to get
so we'll keep an eye on
any
that. Can
frags,
you get
but he has
anything from
certainly
heaven?
pulled the majority of the rotation in the direction of A, but I wonder if Full Sense are going to be fast enough here. Important
Nicely
kill
done for Primi as his
Primi
ult
to
on this
grab.
one.
Oh, time.
They're going to be pushed
Keep an
away
eye
from
on the time on this
side.
one.
10
Spike
seconds.
goes.
Plan still going down. Primi does make good use of that run it back, and Leviathan cutting off the push
See,
back
this
into
was.
the side. It seems like
I get it because
as
the time
dust
was low.
settles, Full Sense might be okay here.
But they do just lose
Overzealous
every
on the
round where they
retake from
pop
Freeing, and
ults. I
Marco
swear
dealt
to
with
God.
solo. It's always Marco that's alive last. 7 to
Do we have
3 though,
breach
and Full
damage
Sense
after this?
continues to just compound these rounds.
Yeah, sometimes that's what you want to have with
Didn't have one of those rounds though, right? It's a
Marco,
4v4
but
when they pop
it's
it,
really
is it not?
unfortunate, isn't it?
4v4
I mean,
there on
Primi,
eco, they
what
pop
a
ults.
bro. Sacks the run it back out
Ah,
into
see
the
the
open.
plan there
Spy
is,
attention
I
away
actually
for the spike to
genuinely
go
feel like
down,
he
and
has to
that's
ignore
Full Sense still being able to
the
bring
guy
things back
close
up.
and go
Can't
for the
forget
planner.
Jit Boys as well, though. Again, solo
With the 10
baiting
seconds
every
left.
single bit of information out. They saw the utility and they were like, ah, there's a big stack on A, let's go B.
Yeah.
It's hard though.
Off now brought out by Freeing, but Full Sense nowhere to be found. It's A instead.
Hey, Jit Boys is in
What
so much
the
trouble, but
hell?
maybe
How
you're
did
trapped in
Jit
here
Boys
with
survive
Primi
for that
instead.
long?
Curveball
Oh, it's a
round the
lovely
corner.
flash.
Primi getting
Primi's
it
got
done.
some
He
Primi's
will
got
not
some
be
great
standing
flashes
in the
on him,
shadow
man.
of Jit Boys for long. Beautiful round. And another plant for Full Sense and Quack.
Spike planted.
You know, it's... I want to say it's early days, but this is really looking like it might not be KRX's day.
No, sir. I mean, who would have thought? All it took is this comp switch up, and
imagine he
they're
goes to
playing
K-Corp?
this way against KRX. Jit Boys just
Yeah, it's probably actually a good
incredibly
pickup for them.
bold with his movements and plays. Primi right alongside him. If it's not KIWOOM, it's Jit Boys, just to bolster more of the attack, more of the offenses from Full Sense. KRX have no choice but to twiddle their thumbs and sit around now. They've brought out the operator, but it's not allowed to sing, unfortunately.
Unlike you just then.
Oh yeah, beautiful. Thank you.
Twiddle their thumbs.
I have been told.
You have a beautiful voice, Quack.
Thank you. Thank you.
God, they lost an extra gun here. And, ooh, my,
Quack for me.
close.
Are you my
Mako, one away from his ult.
I'm your
The one away
Discord
from
duck.
fade ult as well here. Marcozo, thank you so much, man. Appreciate the
Nice. Well done.
40, dude,
That was me, not
54
Quack, by
months.
the
That's a
way.
long
Yes,
time, man.
We're
Thank you
still
for
yet
that.
to hear a Quack from Quack.
That really
Not
is, bro.
doing it.
Thank you for that.
I'm gonna have to lose my build diff if you want me to.
What would cause you to do it?
Build diff penalty.
Build diff penalty. All right.
Honestly, it could be me today.
Bruise's calling maybe hasn't been the best when they're one away,
Either
but
way,
he has his ult. So does that?
focus back
His
in
calling's been good
on
when they
the
have
task at
ults,
hand,
but
which
it's
is
been
kind
bad
of
when they're
just
one
Full
away
Sense
from ults.
battering KRX.
What happens here?
KRX still trying to take lines though with the operator that they do have.
KRX probably have the most
They
static
smoked
defense
off
I've
as
ever
well,
watched
and a
on
lot of
Fracture,
Cypher trips
and they
out
wonder why
towards
they
the
only
front
get
side
like
of
4
Tree.
rounds.
Full Sense again. That's what this double duelist can do, or a Prowler, just send it in, break all those trips. But it's just Jit Boys for now. He's going to spot out a couple more players. This might push Full Sense over onto A site. They're trying to bait out more of it with the ults.
Yeah, and Jit
Gotta break
Boys
that
is really
trip.
going to try
Yeah,
and
that's
sell
big,
that
that's big,
fake.
that's
He's
big.
dealt with the trip, and Marco looking for info this time.
Uh-oh.
Will be the one to fall. It seems that
Yeah, Mako
no
is the one that was
matter
one
what
away
Full
from
Sense
his ult.
do,
Yamin
KRX
no
do not
armor.
have an answer, whether it's A, whether it's B, whether it's North, whether it's South. The frags come through, but this time KRX fighting back with a couple of their own. KIWOOM will try to push his way forward and should deal with Hyunmin pretty comfortably here. There's Cruz as well to help out.
Oh,
Bane,
nice
and
shot,
again
bro.
and again. Full
Fatal
Sense
for this as
get
well.
their way
Molly,
into these
Prowler.
sides. They've got a plan. And Hermes will look for the 1v2 clutch. He does have that neural theft. He could toss it out.
Yeah.
That's early.
He could have a fair amount of info. Could have dodged it though as well.
Yeah.
Prowler as well. Doesn't see anything. Does Hermes go for the neural theft? I suspect not at this point. Just going to try
When's
to
the Prowler
contact
come
plant,
out?
but the high-low setup should be good enough. KIWOOM down low. Cruz gets the info early up the top. but
Very,
there's the
very
swing.
nice. 9 is a lot
So
though.
Full Sense.
9 really is a lot.
A really dominant first half.
Yeah,
9
they
to
did
3.
wreck him a little bit here. I will say last time I watched KRX, their
Oh,
attack
that's
was
a shame for
really,
KRX.
honestly, pretty good.
I mean,
but
what a fake again, and that's this
yeah, their
map.
defense, they just sit back, they get wrecked, and then they wonder why
Watching how Full Sense
they only get
against RQ,
like 3 or 4 rounds when they play this map.
Just alts and
They just kind of forgotten how to play the map. Honestly, a lot of teams have forgotten how to play this map since it's been out. They're just way too static. They can still win this, but we'll see. You were right about KRX? Yeah. I mean, they changed the player as well, so there's that. Yeah, I was pretty confident when they were 4-0. They didn't look good. Kyle with the prime, I appreciate the 19 months. Thank you for that. Are the problems you saw with KRX still the same problems? Yeah, the exact same problems.
Okay. 9-3 half.
Openness, thank you so much for the tier 1 as well. Appreciate the 8 months. Thank you.
How good is Full Sense on
the young wasn't the problem. I mean,
complicated map, right? You got people coming from all over the place. So
maybe on Lotus he was, to be honest. But that was the setups again. Like it was kind of on the coaches to give him different setups, especially as he's like a young player.
And the one difference would be that Full Sense doesn't have the breach, so a lot of util needed to be found with a haunt, and there it is.
4 people with this fade.
4, I think, or 3 at least.
Yeah, hit 4. Probably goes out to
Prowler's
confirm
out.
it. It's a
Privy
great flash.
looking for
Holy hell, bro.
They're just dead. They're just dead.
Oh my god.
Stop! They're already dead.
Yeah, it's done. It's done.
Scorched earth.
Primy's great with the Phoenix flashes, man. How hard is this to dodge?
How is it? One
Pretty
flash,
impossible.
And everyone's just unfortunately blinded up to oblivion.
I'd say fortunately.
Yeah, okay. For Full Sense, if you're a Full Sense fan. Next round up, they're buying everything out in the arsenal. KRX on the other hand, though.
Yeah, just
really
accepting the eco on
and
this.
the breach can break down some doors, at least over onto this B site. Sprint in. There's no trip over by tree.
Yeah, KRX are going to have to pray to every god they know that they can still put something together on this attack, because it is looking grim so far. Obviously, won't be expecting it to be this round. Push in to tower is effectively dealt with by
Hey, what though? They did get a judge and it's over
double
towards heaven. It's kind of winnable.
Has to recover the spray there with the stinger for a little bit, but gets it as well. Hang on a minute, there's some kills in here from KRX.
Big molly. Oh, that's a big molly. Should have stuck that. They might miss their window. Oh, they're double molly. Dude, they're double mollied it. That's nice. Primy,
Full Sense will
1 away from his ult.
win another round. Defuse will go over to Primy, who is now 1 away from the run it back. So imagine he's probably going to be looking to try and get that through next round and really just put the pedal to the metal to close this map out.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that's just the situation here today. I feel like even though this was the outcome of the round, that's like the best possible scenario that maybe, you know, apart from actually winning out the whole round, best possible scenario for KRX. They got the spike down, they took 3 guns away.
Sure.
So trying to work off of that, you see how effective the breach can be at setting up for the rest of the team. It's just that Jitboys had a judge and up over by tower. 4 from Full Sense over towards A main this time around, and they definitely want that orb for Primy.
Yeah, full retake setup for B, really. Got the cam up, having a bit of a look in there, see what's happening. Good call from KRX to head towards B. But it does give Primy that orb, like you say.
Nice.
Full retake, right? But look at her.
Good reaction on this. They get Phoenix ult now.
Around off positions and find
There's a bit of a cooling diff as well. The two of the rounds that KRX won, I think, was because
Just to see whether or not Primy
I mean, Full Sense had bad calls,
right
but
now, or if they're going to look for maybe a pick or 2 and then he'll commit it, or maybe save it through to the next round. Let's see.
Oops.
That could be the first pick. Jitboys gets Marco, and
yeah,
Primy's got
get
Hyunmin.
close,
Okay.
get that Phoenix ult
We're
in
on
there.
back again. And
Dude, he could just half the spike if he wanted to.
See what he can do. Curveball around the corner.
Not saying it's the play.
No
Dude, he gets an extra flash from this as well.
Time,
Holy, this bottom heaven. Big Jaw. We got half. He's going for it. Oh, dude, he tried to stick it the whole way. Holy, man, it's a stacked round.
DRX.
That is a stacked round. That really is.
Do they even exist on this map?
Yeah, I mean, they're just owning
They
them.
used to, but what on earth?
9.
This is just incredibly relentless. Round after round, the run it back. You were thinking about the decisions around it, but look at how Chit Boys just makes use of obstacles, gets up on top, and then the run it back comes in. At that point, you're just getting hit by flashes.
I so thought Primi was getting another one there. It just felt like it was his round, you know?
But in all that chaos, apart from it as well, you got to credit Leviathan with how he's able to find
Are you removing KRX from the good fracture list? I mean, we gave him a 0.5. We said one of their halves was good. They lost the pistol and a bonus. Their attack could still be good,
well,
man.
there's still some fight in them, apparently. It ain't over yet, quite.
Like last time we watched that, she had a good
attack.
attack.
Long road ahead for KRX. There's no doubt about that.
Phoenix is fun to watch. Well, get used to it. That's all you're going to see at London.
It's just Leviathan here.
Going to be like 80% pick rate.
It's like, you know, like in that Monty Python movie. Maybe you know it. The night.
Well, I'm aware of Monty Python.
He's got no arms. He's got no legs.
It's just a flesh wound.
It is only a flesh wound.
There we go.
I think that's KRX right now.
Yeah. You what? You keep going.
Yeah.
We're all going to start complaining about Phoenix. For sure. For sure.
Nice. I'm sure someone.
The thing with Phoenix, it would just be a nice little 7 on the ult, and then
maybe it's not age appropriate.
in a pretty good spot.
That's actually quite an old person's joke.
Nah, we gotta put our foot down, man.
Are you believing?
They've got
In
to
KRX, mate, I wasn't believing when they were 4-0 up. You want me to believe now?
Right. Culture them kids.
Monty Python is
Not a chance.
awesome. Not that I've seen it, but it is awesome.
Okay, well.
Next round. And KRX definitely has shown that they have what it takes. They took a main by force in that previous round, surprised Full Sense, and now they're close to some ultimates. Cycle through those correctly, and you could still find more rounds. But Full Sense have their own ideas, of course, as well.
You said they had a good attack? Yeah, I mean, they can have a good attack.
KRX should be aware of it, so they're just trying to hang back in case Full Sense does decide to overextend outside of main.
You know what, I really wouldn't be surprised to see Full Sense get it done here, if I'm being honest.
Phoenix is in a good spot with 7 orbs, you say. Well, too bad. You're getting 8 ult points, 1 flash, and half the duration of the wall. That actually sounds insanely accurate.
This is going to get a little bit chaotic. That showstopper has not connected. Spike was dropped, though. No plant just yet. Lua, Cruz, and Leviathan might still be able to put something together here. They're not really getting the fights that they want. Marco clearing up, and Hyunmin starting to come into his own once again. Oh, no. Awkward, but it won't matter.
Yeah, keep him alive for a little longer.
Yeah, not too much other than just consolation prizes.
The problem is for KRX, they have ult. And you know what happens when they have an ult.
To full. Gunman unfortunately used the showstopper back there, but it wasn't necessary.
To be fair, they used an ult in this one, right?
Try to find some semblance of control
He's,
in the
chaos
that almost wreaked fourth in the entire round. Full Sense towards the end of it, just trying to take incredibly difficult pistol shots. And that's where DRX or KRX are still able to kind of play all around. But the next several rounds are where you really want to put stake in. Full Sense have brought out an operator, and that is more control over the map.
Molly over towards heaven, they go for their fast strat.
Boys,
Someone shoot this boombot.
Under pressure from that boombot, but gets away okay. Has to fall off the line though, and so that will allow some space forward for KRX through tower into this B site. Flash turns them away. For now.
Potential spam spots though.
Boy's still looking for an opening, but
I mean, Mako has no smokes. It's very hard for them to get sight right now.
This is interesting from KRX. Really
they kind of have to breach him.
Seeing if maybe they can fake out
breach him so they can cross sight.
Back over towards A, which is now what Leviathan is maybe starting to think about. He's worried about a potential flank.
Or Bane comes back with a fault line at some point.
Off your feet!
Oh,
yeah.
Rolling Thunder.
It's not going to be too much of a concern there.
Yeah,
Primi and Jit Boys do eventually go down.
They actually came up with a good plan here.
Works out for KRX. Get the plant, get the kills. Very strange round, very slow round. 3v4 though, it's not impossible. KIWOOM
Guys, unlucky
tagged
to
up
not get
a little
one
bit.
there.
Leviathan does manage to find himself a duel onto Hermes and gets that hat down as well. So info starting to be given over. Hyunmin spotted out. Leviathan's going to wait for him. The timing on the peak wasn't too bad. Doesn't get the shots through though. But now, still 2-on-2. Very winnable for Full Sense, but they're going to have to go quickly. The defuse on, and this feels an impossible angle to cover. KIWOOM.
Oh, what is that?
Fight forward, gets one. I think he's just run out of time here though, hasn't he? Bane should have this one on lock. Swing's going to come through. No kill. A little bit too little, too late there from
expensive,
KIWOOM.
but all the guns go down.
A few ulti charges, but at the end of the day, it's another round for KRX. So Full Sense still left wanting.
Well, I think the main thing would also have to be that while it kind of looks somewhat awkward with how long KRX set on the site,
What round do you start believing? The problem with overtime is DRX would have to play defense rounds.
Quite necessary to use them either way. Both
I'm not sure I'm
Overdrive
believing.
and Rolling Thunder were spent, which leaves them
Like,
a little
even
bit
if
less
they get there, it's
for the
like,
next few rounds, even though they have the full buy.
how are they meant to win on
Full
defense when they don't go
now these are
aggro?
strong retake ultimates, Nightfall, Overdrive. Not to mention how much they can continue to farm up.
Yeah, I mean, just the pistols in this round for Full Sense. So
When with Genji
really
doing their
expecting too
triple
much out of
sheriff
them
strat, like 2023, man. It's really early.
Time for KRX.
Like the end of 2023, I think.
And you should be able to spot it out soon enough.
yeah,
And you've got Mako, who has been rather decent so far.
2024 was
Maybe
the main year where
support
they
from Gunman towards the
started
back
doing it
end.
and people
He's
were
gonna
catching
spawn
on.
multiple players up from Southside Spawn.
tell you what though, if you get
If you want to find the timeline of
pick here
when
as Full
Genji
Sense,
started doing triple
you know,
sheriff,
maybe you find something.
check
Maybe you can
check
put
whenever
something together
TMV
with
did
that
his
Nightfall
video, and it
gun
was like a
try.
month after that.
Yeah, run it back
He did a video saying it's
gun.
awful,
Yeah.
and then it became meta.
See if they can find that
And
opener.
The fact that that's a thing is incredible
Flash
for
to
me.
Push Bane off the line. Mako dealing with Cruz though, so
I'll
not too
never.
much excitement really to.
I might lose to him in
this
VFL,
round
but
thus
at least we always
far.
have that
Free
one.
Around the corner should have a little bit of backup there as well from Hyunmin. So easy cleanup for KRX in the end.
Okay,
Nothing
let's see the buy
really
round.
to mention.
Full Sense have been waiting for this. These
That
are the
said,
4
though,
ults.
4 ultis now coming online for Full Sense, and you feel as though you've got to question how long this streak can go for KRX. 4 rounds in a row, but at some point, something's got to crack.
About it. Hyunmin close to showstopper. It always comes down to the wire, but if they are actually able to make it happen, I mean, KRX would be that team. Full Sense, it all comes down to how dominant they could be, in fact. Just one strong retake off of every single ultimate that they do have.
Yeah.
Starting things off with some info scouting.
You see Yampi's game day post
Bot,
today? I don't want to see him
and
on.
a very deep trip up towards Dish.
Tell me
It
he's
does
run
very
out of
much look
pictures
like
and
they wanna
videos of
play
me.
free take in this round.
Yeah, look at the positions.
Kind of just hedging their bets.
Just let KRX in.
Yeah. Maybe KIWOOM fires a shot or 2 off. I mean, look, wow, that is 3 smokes, fast lane, showstopper. Everything really being invested there by KRX to walk into an undefended side.
Is KRX aware, though? I mean, does Hermes continue to push up, set up some
They
kind
got to
of
go
flank
pretty
or
fast on
not?
this. They let him plant,
they
and
get the
Mako
whole
has Brim all.
Against this wave
And
of
Molly.
utility. There is the run it back and the Nightfall. Primi already getting the info, but as of yet, no pick.
Dude, his flashes
Finally
are
gets
really
one
good,
through, and
man.
it'll be
His
2
flashes
in
are
fact. He
really,
gets a
really
double for
good.
his trouble. Curveball was a nice
Brim
one,
all-
and that already starts to put the nail in the coffin here for
Guys, you gotta
KRX.
tap
They
the
are
spike
on
early.
their
He's
way
gonna win from
to
Yuzo.
the lower bracket, freeing. Falling
comes
to
the
chip
Brim
boys,
ult.
and now it's just Marco, and there's only so much he can do. The orbital will slow things
They have
down,
enough
but
time?
his position noted. He's found the double. Hold on a minute. Could he be the hero? The Molotov through.
Did they block it?
It might not have gone deep enough. Cruz
They didn't.
is
I
just
think they
sitting
blocked
the
it. Yeah, they
defuse,
blocked
and that
it.
will be it. Full Sense hit 13
Well, they wrecked him.
and send KRX
Got a little close at the end,
down
at least
to
for some
meet
rounds, but-
Nongshim in the lower bracket. Finally, revenge. A dish best served cold for Cruz against KRX.
It's only about